Next up at UFC Vegas 68, we have the absolute lock of the card. If you're not putting your life savings on this fight, what are you even doing? You hate money. Because we have Yeon Kim taking on Mandy Bohm. Yeon Kim 9-6 overall, 1-4 in her last 5, but her last 2 losses were very close in her defense. Mandy Bohm 7-2 overall, 3-2 in her last 5, and she is looking for her first UFC win. Yeon Kim's a striker. She likes to fight at range, pick people apart. She is on this very unfortunate 4-fight losing streak, but you look a little closer, all 4 of those losses were close. Like, she's not getting put out. And her last 2 could have gone her way. And frankly, one of them absolutely should have gone her way. She's one or two judges away from being on a 4-fight win streak. She has been taken down in 5 of her 6 UFC losses. And what ends up happening is she ends up in these like close striking fights, and her opponents are able to get a takedown. Just one takedown. And the judge is like, oh, there it is. And then bang. They get that decision. And she's losing these very close split decisions. And frankly, it seems to be because of the well-timed takedowns of her opponents. Mandy Bohm, she's well-rounded. I mentioned she's pretty good everywhere. And people are like, oh, she sucks. You guys said the exact same thing when I said the Zara Farn Jose Nunez fight was going to be close. Oh, Farn sucks.
It won that fight, though. I mean, wasn't really that close.
That wasn't a homer decision? That wasn't a homer decision?
What the hell? It wasn't a homer decision. She got
Nunez?
She got beat up for easily 2 rounds. Nunez almost put her out at the end of the first, too.
Nunez is lucky she survived the first. Anyway, that's not the point.
It was like pitter-patter shots. She was...
Okay.
Get out of here.
No,
Go take a walk.
Literally stumbling around. Anyway.
Go do some jumping jacks.
Mandy Bohm is pretty well-rounded. She's pretty good everywhere. She's not great anywhere. She's sort of a utilitarian. She'll work through what she needs to. She crushes on the regional scene. Undefeated, came into the UFC and just really can't find that win here. The line movement is interesting. It has peaked and now it's coming back down. Kim, minus 265 favorite to open. That ballooned up to around minus 300. That has come back down to minus 251 because I think people are realizing, like, what am I doing? What am I doing? She's lost 4 in a row. She's going to be the better fighter. She should win this fight. She's absolutely the pick. There's zero reason. I'll never understand the people that see those odds and they're like, oh, I'll put money on that. Kim should win this fight, but if Mandy Bohm can get a takedown in there, it's possible. She's got the volume, squeaks in 1 or 2 takedowns, and all of a sudden, she's, poor Kim has lost her 5th split decision in a row. So Kim's the pick. Keep your money. Just leave this one alone. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Kim being the pick, but I would like to know, and if there's somebody in the chat that actually is putting minus 250 money on Kim, I gotta know, and I gotta know the size of your balls is what it comes down to, because that is extreme odds for somebody with the skill level as Kim, and there's not much skill gap in this fight. I mean, I think Kim's gonna be the more technical striker, probably the busier striker, which is probably why she's gonna win the fight. But other than that, she really doesn't have anything to offer. And the worst part about Kim is, yes, she has proved her toughness in fights, but a lot of her fights, she is moving backwards. She has no problem just moving backwards, and working off her back foot and just keep circling around. And yes, she might double a girl in strikes moving backwards, but the optics of 2 girls not really doing much to each other, and one of them's moving backwards, the judges, as we know, are idiots, will see that and be like, oh my God, she's been moving backwards, so I'm going to give it to the other girl. And that's exactly what happens in her fights. And I will tell you, too, I agree with Angelo. I don't think Mandy is as bad as people. If you watch that Victoria fight, she came in very, very confident. I think she thought that she was definitely the better striker in that matchup. And I just think it was an overconfidence thing. She came in, thought she was going to put Victoria away because Victoria really hadn't shown anything on the feet. Victoria bit down on the mouthpiece, was throwing some extended combos, and all of a sudden Mandy was like, uh-oh, now we have a fight, and really couldn't adjust. She's going to come into this fight much more prepared, ready for a war. She knows how tough Kim is. This is a 50-50 fight, and whoever lands more volume or has that cage pressure is going to win. And I put a little sprinkle on a kind of a hedge bet for Mandy. So become a premium member if you want to see what that is, because we hit those a lot.
Yeah, we're very fortunate that our go-to book is Bet Online that has a bunch of safety net bets in there. And if you look through our betting, you'll see lots of refunds in there. So we'll lay out a bunch of units, and There's a lot of bets where we get a refund. We knew we'd get a refund or it would hit, but we didn't lose, which is always nice. We do have a super chat. Okay.
Just for
we have a $2 super chat from Quint Lazenby again. Second super chat of the night. $10 to become rich and pay for a year's worth.
No.
And actually, for 4 years worth. And I appreciate that because what?
No, it's a joke because you said 4 years worth. You said a year, but then you said 4 years worth, and you said it right. But I interpret it like I'm correcting you, like it's 4 because you said 1. No, it's just next level. I mean, this is next level humor. There's one person in the chat that laughed at that, and I know who you are.
Yeah, no, you're at a Fraser, and I'm at the Simpsons. Thank you so much.
I know I'm way above you. That's for sure.
Okay, sure. Anyway, thank you very much, Quint. And the analogy that I use sometimes. So, if you followed UFC 283 and you were a premium member, you're up 9 units. If a unit is $10 for you, which is fine, who cares, right? It's fun, it's a hobby. If a unit's $10 for you, I give you 10 months, almost a year worth of premium membership. That's a baby's worth. At least. And then here's one I'll touch on very quickly from Twitch. We are streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. I signed up last night, really liking the site so far. I don't know what FOI means. Too old. Thank you very much for the comment. And what I will say, not to toot our own horn here, or Josh who's watching, we do have, this company is not just me, it's me, or me and Jacob. It's me, Jacob, Josh, then we have another Josh, and we're rolling in some more people as well. We brought somebody on to help with the marketing. We take a lot of pride in our premium. This is not some shitty Twitter link in bio Patreon. It's not random text posts. There's interactive charts and graphs and cheat sheets, and it is an incredibly well-done website. Thank you, Josh, for all of that. And thank you, everybody that notices that this isn't just some like legit dumbass, $5 Patreon that sucks. Because that ain't what it is. $9,000 for Yeon Kim. Stop. It's weird.
Well, you're taking shots at people. I'm just you're talking, and I'm saying you're just taking shots.
Oh, Twitter hates my guts. That shot is at every dork on Twitter that thinks they matter. That literally, the amount of hate, Josh will actually go looking on Twitter for what people do. You know people hate us on Twitter? Hate us.
Well, when you say us, I know I get lumped in, but I don't do anything wrong. I got nothing. When he's talking about you guys, I got nothing. I don't hate anyone. So, but they do hate us. Because we are a group, but I think there's one person that they really kind of focus on.
Which makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. Anyway, $9,000. People don't, I think my Northeast aggression bothers me. Because I think a lot of people have determined I'm an asshole, whatever, fine. But if you actually talk to me, I've talked to, look at Kunith. I've talked to Kunith. There's a couple MMA experts. I've talked to him a bunch of times. He's great. I think there's a bunch of people that legit, maybe they're like you. They're from the Midwest. You probably thought I was.
And I do talk to you every day, and I fucking hate you. So I get it. So yeah.
I think people just judging. They're just judging. Somebody thought that I was AJ from MMA Experts.
That's pretty funny.
And it was a message on Discord, and I'm not calling the guy out. It was a message on Discord saying, hey, you pick so-and-so on premium, but in your video on MMA Experts, you pick the other side. I don't understand. I was like, do you think I'm AJ? And I put his picture, and then I put my picture. And he's like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Frankly.
Doesn't that guy have a nice beard? You can't grow a beard.
No, he's fantastic hair, too.
I mean, look at
great hair.
Look at this.
I cannot grow a beard. I can't grow a beard, and he's got great hair. But it's it's a little racist. All Italians look the same. We all look exactly the same.
Yeah, do me and Angela look the same? Do we look the same? Come on.
Yeah,
we're both. I mean, we're both Northeast Italian guys, huh?
Okay. All right. Anyway,
you know who
$9,000.
My father is.
An accountant from the middle of nowhere, Indiana.
Whoa, yeah, accountant. Have you seen the movie Accountant, Angelo?
Your dad's autistic. An autistic from Indiana.
There it goes. Whatever relationship I had's gone now.
That's the plot of The Accountant. Anyway, Yeon Kim, $9,000 in DraftKings. She, I'll tell you right now, guys, she is the fade of the week on our DraftKings for premium. There's obviously a world where she somehow puts up numbers, but
fade of the year. Who was the fade of the year?
I don't even write. We outsource that. I don't even know
Who
who
was
wrote
the?
that.
I'm trying to. God, who was
Guys,
that?
I'm trying to.
Angelo was very, very adamant that somebody was the fade of the week, 283, and I just can't put my finger.
I had that. Let me explain. I had that person in the safety parlay. I picked that person to win. They were fading DraftKings because they don't score well in DraftKings.
Right.
And frankly, there were cheaper fighters that scored more points. Anyway, Yeon Kim, $9,000.
It was Gilbert Burns. It was Gilbert Burns. He said fade Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns picked him up 30 seconds in the fight, slams him on his head, and just submits him.
DraftKings. Anyway, can we agree to fade Yeon Kim in DraftKings this week? Though?
I don't know. If people are putting money on her at minus 250, they must know something. So maybe she's going to be in the optimal lineup. I mean, Jesus Christ. She does throw a million strikes, so.
But she can't finish anybody, and she's
I know,
barely
but
winning
as many
split
strikes
decisions.
as she throws, she could score 110 points in a decision.
They're only 0.2 points each, but
I'm telling you. Somebody knows something going on. I don't know. Conspiracy. Where's Eddie Bravo?
Well, so I'm not going to touch that, but the Monkey Knife Fight strike line, frankly, more and more is probably solid because they're just going to smack each other around for 15 minutes, and there may be one or two takedowns in the mix on either side, and it's going to end up being a split decision, frankly, because that's all Kim does is fight to split decisions. Wins or losses, it's all split decisions. That's a generalization, but she may have more. Their split decision to win ratio might be. What, are you laughing at my math here?
No, all caps. Where's Jimmy Hoffa, Angelo?
He's under Giant Stadium, the old Giant Stadium. Everybody knows that.
Angelo?
Why do you even have to ask? Everybody knows he's under the old Giant Stadium.
No, they did that on MythBusters and they busted it.
Okay, they're gonna let them do that for real? That was a sham too.
I would never. MythBusters has never let us down. You know they hated each other? Like, literally. It's kind of like this. I mean, MythBusters, it's kind of like this show. Like, you watch that show, you would have never thought. But literally, like, off screen, I guess they just, like, literally, like, fucking hated each other.
They must not have started that way. It must have become that.
I think that even, like, when they were putting the show together, I'm trying to remember, but I thought
it was boy band?
Like
somebody
they
put
knew
them
each other
together?
before the show and didn't really like each other, but then it just, like, worked well. I could be misremembering, but it's a lot like this show.
Well, good for them. Look at that professionalism.
And we're making it work,
all.
too. I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
Kind of.
We are.
Kind of. It seeps through a little bit. More on your side than my side. I'm more professional.
Okay. Guys, just become a premium member, please.